Hello everybody, welcome back. And we are going to be taking a quiz today. And it's going to be the Dragonsteel Official Knights Radiant Order quiz. This is one that I wanted to take since I really first jumped into the Way of Kings and held off until I finished the Stormlight Archive, and excited to get into this. And so we're gonna record it and walk through it together here. And so excited about the Knights Radiant quiz, and we're gonna see what kind of order we're in. So we're just gonna kind of read it together here. The fate of Roshar hangs in the balance, and once again Radiant Spren seek to bond with humankind. The Knights Radiant must stand again. Move the sliders toward the attributes you most identify with, and the quiz will sort you into the order of Knights Radiant you would most likely belong to, along with the likelihood of your belonging to the other orders. The quiz will only take a few minutes. So yeah, we're gonna check this out, and we got a slider that kind of goes either way, and it lets you know. So depending on, I wear my heart on my sleeve, or I have a poker face, so I could go either way. So myself personally, definitely have a poker face, and it's pretty strong. So I'm actually going to go up to 95%. I don't necessarily show emotion very much, much to the chagrin of people in my life. Confident or need reassurance? Well, the fact that I don't have much of a poker face, I am a pretty confident person. And so I'm going to go, again, up to 95% here. Again, I think everybody maybe appreciates some reassurance once in a while. So not like a sociopath or whatever here, no. But pretty confident person. Cautious or daring? It's kind of interesting when I think about myself here, because I want to make the right decision. I don't want it to be the wrong decision. And so I don't think that I am looking for a thrill, looking for danger. So I don't know that I'm very daring, but I'm not afraid to make a decision. So I'm going to go towards cautious, and we're going to go 60-40 here. So 60-40 is what I feel is right here. Definitely cautious, but not to the extent that I don't make a decision. I'm going to pause here for a second to just share how much the characters in the Stormlight Archive, specifically the Knights Radiant, how cool is it that Brandon Sanderson just thought of this, right? Oh, the talent that this man has, and that really all novelists, especially those that are extremely successful, how talented they are. That they work through this, the ideas that they develop, the Knights Radiant bonding with Spren, Kaladin, Shallan, not to mention the entire Kholin family. Oh, they're so cool. So let's keep on going here. Library or dojo? Well, the fact that we're here, definitely could go towards library. Now, I'm not anti-active, so we're gonna go 80-20 here. So I think there's a spot for the dojo, but just to go over there and practice with my shard sword, my shard blade, shard sword. How embarrassing! I apologize. My shard blade, and practice there. That'd be super cool. But I definitely think the library is where you would find me more likely. Wolf pack or lone wolf? I like community for sure. I like the people that I interact with, but I definitely have some lone wolf tendencies. However, we're going to go towards wolf pack. We're not going to go very much. We're going to go 55% wolf pack. I like my community. However, I'm okay. I'm okay being alone. Definitely an introvert where I can recharge with just myself here. Peacemaker or Firebrand? I'm going to go a lot over here to Peacemaker. I want people to get along. I want everyone to be at peace with one another. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not afraid to say the thing that maybe needs to be said. Hopefully I say it in the right way. Skeptical or spiritual? Definitely all the way over to spiritual. We're going to go 95% here. I appreciate you have something that you believe, I'm okay with that. That's great. But are you willing to talk about it? Are you willing to kind of have some pushback? I think those are really healthy discussions, and I think our world could use that a little bit more. Leader, facilitator. While I do appreciate facilitating and I like things moving smoothly, I'm definitely going to lean over here to this leader role. Maybe that's arrogance, but I don't mind being up in front of a crowd. I don't mind being the one who's setting the vision and holding us there. Guard dog or alley cat, am I protecting? Am I just sort of slinking around? That's kind of how I'm taking that. Am I guarding people that I care about, or am I just slinking in the alley by myself, scrounging for food, taking care of myself? I'm gonna go guard dog over here. So we're gonna go 85% on that one. Compassionate, dispassionate. I hope I'm a compassionate person. I'm gonna go over here to 90%. Nobody's perfect, right? But hopefully I'm compassionate. Do I work with my heart or my head? Well, being consistent here. So yeah, we're gonna go over here to head, 95%. I do like people. I feel like a lot of this is very like regimented and broken up. No, I like people. So, but we're gonna go with head there. Flamboyant, reserved, pretty reserved in the sense that I don't mind being in front of people, but I'm not gonna be super wild and crazy. So I'm gonna lean towards reserved, and we're gonna go 90% on that one. 90% reserved. Letter of the law, the spirit of the law. I'm definitely leaning towards what's the letter of the law. And so we're gonna go 90% letter of the law. I feel like if you don't like the law, you should change it. But if it's there, I feel like you should probably kind of abide by it. So I have a sneaky suspicion what order of Knights Radiant I'm going to get put into. I have a sneaky suspicion, but we will see here. Free-spirited, disciplined. I'm going to go over towards disciplined, 85%. Obedient, rebellious, 95%. I was definitely the person in my schooling years that was not getting in trouble a whole lot. No, I was just kind of just do what we're supposed to do, and life will probably be a little bit easier. Creative, conventional. I think I'm a little bit creative, the way I communicate things, the way I think about things. So we're gonna go creative, but that to me would be Brandon Sanderson. Okay, so let's just backpedal this a little bit here, and we're gonna go 70%. How about that? That feels right. Dependable, flexible. I want to be dependable. I definitely want people to know that if you've asked me to do something or it's my responsibility, it is going to get done. And so I'm going to put dependable up here at 90%. Let's go 95, because I really do. I make that a priority. Down to earth, head in the clouds. Pretty down to earth individual. Probably so much so that my humor is very sarcastic, and I like to make fun of myself as well. So we're gonna go down to earth. We're gonna go 90%. Definitely, not much is beyond making fun of, and I think life is more fun when you can laugh at yourself and laugh at the things in your life, as opposed to being stressed all the time or having your head so much in the clouds while you're thinking about things that you can't live. So definitely, hopefully, down to earth, thinking outside the box, colors inside the lines. So here we go. Rule follower, yes. However, can we change things? Can we amend things and make them stronger? Can we think outside the box to do things better? That's how I'm looking at this. And so I'm actually going to go towards thinking outside the box. So keep motioning this way. Probably should be motioning this way. We'll see. But thinking outside the box, we're going to go 80% on that one. Tense or relaxed. I feel like I'm a pretty relaxed person. At least I hope I am. So let's go 80% there. I mean, everybody has those times, right? When you get serious. You need to buckle down. Decisive, indecisive. I'm a very decisive person. I'm gonna put this up to 95%. Now, it gets me in trouble sometimes because I'm pretty decisive, and I just kind of make the decision, and we're gonna go with it, and we're gonna sell out. What happens if it's the wrong decision? Well, maybe we need to back up and think outside the box again. So likes change, likes stability. I like change, honestly. I don't. I like to change rooms up. I like to change decor up. I like to change things. I just think it keeps it fresh. So actually, I'm gonna bump that up to 95%. I have no problem with things changing. Planner, spontaneous. I do like to plan. I like to know where we're going. And this is weird. I feel like the person that likes change is spontaneous. Maybe this is wrong. The person who likes stability, I feel like they are going to be more of a planner. But I don't know. I like to plan. I like to know what's coming ahead. However, I can change that, right? I can change that. The ends justify the means for honorable actions. I definitely think we need to be acting honorably and treating people with the respect they deserve and are entitled to. Playful, serious. I have different areas of my life where I've worked in different careers, and some of them have called for a more playful personality. Some had to be very serious. Can I leave this right in the middle? Is that okay? Like, we can go different ways. However, I guess super playful would be like silly, and I don't think I'm leaning towards silly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go serious 55%, and we're gonna take playful down to 45%. So that's probably where I lean more so, but I think I can go either way. Tell the truth or bends the truth. I definitely try not to lie. Try to be honest with what I say. I feel like you can't be very dependable if you're bending the truth to making it what works for you. Likes to take things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wish I understood things better to take them apart and to figure them out, and I should do that. However, it's a little bit easier for me to maintain things. If I need to learn something, I feel like I can, hopefully. But yeah, so we're gonna go up here to 65%. Hotel, camping. Is there a pool? Is there a good breakfast? Yeah. Is there air conditioning? Yeah. Fencing or boxing? Definitely going to go 80% this way. Swords are cool. Swords are cool. Artistic, scientific. In my life, I tried very hard in grade school to be scientific. Artistic, yeah, we're going to go up here to 80% for sure. Book smart, street smart. I think this is a lose-lose. But people that know me will probably say, yeah, you need to go this direction with this. How about we do that? Paladin or rogue, we'll go up here, 70%. Competitive, casual. Competitive. Used to be very competitive. And I know that about myself. And if I let myself get very competitive, are you here with me? Maybe, can get real competitive. And so I intentionally try to keep it casual. So we're gonna go 65, we're gonna go 70% here, because I've actually done this for so long that kind of competitive drive, it doesn't show up in like, I want you to lose versus I want me to win. I think my competitiveness shows that like, I want to succeed and I want to do well in what I do. And so I'm competitive to do things well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that someone else loses. I don't know. That's how I'm looking at it. Transparency, need to know basis. I feel like a lot of these things, I can trust people that are in charge and sort of respect them. They're there for a reason. I hope if they're not, maybe we need to get them out of that position. So that being said, I'm going to put a little bit of a needs to know, but. I feel like if you're leading people, there is an element of trust. But I feel like a lot of times that need to know can get a little bit too strict. And so let's lean it over here towards transparency. Let's go 60% transparency. Let me know what I need to know. If you're messing it up, we may need to, that transparency may need to get a little higher. But yeah, we're gonna go 60% transparency and let us know what's going on. But at the same time, we're gonna trust you. Hopefully that you're there for a reason. You're skilled and you've been put into that position for a reason. Say the words. So here we go. We've answered our questions. Official Knights rating quiz. Say the words. Here we go. a bondsmith. Speak again the ancient oaths, life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. I am a bondsmith, which gives you access to the surges of tension and adhesion. Tension allows you to alter the stiffness of objects. Adhesion allows you to bind things together. That's pretty cool. Anyone can become a bondsmith, subject to persuading one of the three spren who grant bondsmith powers. Those powers tend to work differently for one bondsmith and another, and even those powers shared with others, orders, tend to work differently for bondsmiths. That is so cool. Dalinar Kholin, I mean, I do think he's my favorite character. I like Adolin a lot. I mean, I like Kaladin. Everybody likes Kaladin, right? I feel like you should. But yeah, Dalinar is my favorite character, for sure. And so let's see here towards the end, bondsmith are generally the heart and soul of the Radiance, the most protected and highly regarded of the orders, capable of doing incredible things with the nature of oaths, bonds, and power. The order, including the aforementioned squires and attendants, tend to attract the peacemakers of the world, those who want to bring people together rather than divide them. Read more about the bondsmith here. If that order doesn't fit you, I think it does. That's pretty cool. So I was not really thinking bondsmith. I was thinking skybreaker, just because of the nature of rules and laws, and also windrunner. I was thinking windrunner, just because of, I feel like the running gag. That's one thing that I really like about it, is that the running jokes between the orders, and especially those that are not just gaining their powers for the first time, so those who sort of know what's happening. I love how they have stereotypes of the orders, and it just feels like when you step into that, you're really you're feeling like you're a small fish in a huge ocean, that people know what's going on and you have to figure it out. So it's so cool. Bondsmith, 68%. I just edged out the edge dancers, which is pretty cool. Edge dancers are very helpful. They are very important in the stories. When the edge dancers show up, normally things aren't going well, but you're glad that they are there. And Lift is hysterical. Absolutely. So bondsmith, there we go. I will unite them. So cool. So there we go. Bondsmith is what I apparently fit into best. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination.